Hey everyone, and welcome. So glad you're joining us for this practical workshop explainer. Look, if you've been feeling completely overwhelmed by the sheer volume of new AI tools dropping every single week, I get it, and you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to take those overwhelming options and transform them into a unified, time-saving daily assistant just for you. And honestly, the best part, you don't need to know a single line of code to make any of this work. We're focusing entirely on practical, immediate efficiency gains that you can implement the literal second this explainer is over. So here's our quick workshop syllabus for today. We'll be covering 6 core areas. 1. Automating emails and workflows. 2. Professional visual assets. 3. Upgrading image generation. 4. Mastering the art of prompting. 5. Personalized research. And finally, 6. Mobile and offline AI. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, automating emails and workflows. We are going to reclaim some serious hours in your inbox and Google Drive. So picture this setup for a second. There's this incredibly powerful tool available called Workspace Studio. It functions a bit like Zapier, letting you set up these basic AI-powered triggers and actions. Imagine setting a rule so that the moment a new, massive email arrives in your inbox, step 1 is automatically triggered. Step 2, Gemini instantly jumps in and recaps that entire email for you. Then step 3, it sends a notification with that concise recap directly to your Google Chat. You don't even have to open your email client to know exactly what's going on or what needs your attention. It's just running quietly in the background, keeping you perfectly informed. It's like having an actual personal assistant sorting your mail. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer volume of effort you can save. When you compare the old, manual grind across Gmail and Drive with these new AI shortcuts, it's pretty mind-blowing. For inbox triage, instead of reading every single thread, the new AI inbox feature automatically sorts and categorizes your emails into to-do lists and topics you actually need to catch up on. When drafting replies, you can totally say goodbye to staring at a blank page. The Help Me Write feature instantly cleans up your scattered thoughts. And for data analysis in Google Sheets, forget manual chart building. A feature called Canvas lets you simply ask for an interactive dashboard, and boom, it creates one right from your data. I absolutely love this quote from our source material regarding the Help Me Write tool in Gmail, mostly because it highlights how delightfully lazy, in the best, most productive way possible, we can be now. You can literally just brain dump into the reply box. It can be a jumbled mess of unformatted thoughts, filled with typos, grammar mistakes. It truly doesn't matter. You click Create, and the AI instantly polishes it into a highly professional, ready-to-send email. It completely removes the friction of writing. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 2, Professional Visual Assets. Think of this as your automated design and video team. First up is an incredible tool called Pamelli. Think of it as a sort of business DNA analyzer. You simply give Pamelli a link to your website, and from that single link, it extracts your exact fonts, your brand colors, your tagline, and even the specific tone of voice you use. Then, using that DNA, it automatically generates perfectly branded assets. We're talking ready-to-post social media content with matching copy. If you have just one basic photo of a product, Pamelli can turn it into an entire professional AI-powered product photo shoot in just a few clicks. The money and time this saves is honestly staggering. Alongside Pamelli, there's a highly underrated tool called Google Vids. If you regularly present information or need to create visual content for your team or clients, Google Vids is an absolute game changer. You can take a standard static slide deck and turn it into a full-blown video presentation. It even lets you generate an animated AI avatar with a lip-synced voiceover that perfectly matches your script. It totally streamlines your content creation by doing all the heavy lifting of video editing and narration for you. Let's transition over to Section 3, Upgrading Image Generation. We're moving from Gemini to Google Flow, for those of you who really need your visual assets to look exactly right. Look, if you've used standard Gemini, you know it's great for quick tasks, but it definitely has its limits. You usually get one aspect ratio, you're locked into a single model, and the first result can be a bit hit or miss. Contrast that with Google Flow. Flow is built for professionals. You can dial in your exact aspect ratios. But even better, it allows you to run up to 4 different models, like Nano Banana Pro and Nano Banana 2, simultaneously. This means instead of that endless cycle of generating, rejecting, and generating again, you get a variety of high-end interpretations instantly, which massively speeds up your creative workflow. Now, what's really interesting about this tool is the sheer precision of Flow's annotation feature. Let's say you get an image that is 95% perfect, but there's something weird right in the background, like, I don't know, a rover you definitely didn't ask for. In standard tools, you'd probably have to start the prompt all over again. In Flow, you just circle the unwanted object with your mouse, type a quick instruction like get rid of the rover, and it makes an instant, targeted edit without messing up the rest of your perfectly crafted image. It gives you true, precise control. Of course, to get these incredible visual results, you have to know how to actually ask for them. That brings us to Section 4, Mastering the Art of Prompting, or basically learning how to speak to AI. Google has this whole subdomain dedicated to arts and culture, and it's filled with experimental AI. One of the most practical ones is a tool called Say What You Mean. It is explicitly designed to teach you the art of image prompting. It shows you an image, and you have to type out exactly what you see. So for example, typing a canvas hung on a wall with a blue circle painted in the middle might net you a 71% match. It's a really fun, interactive way to practice translating that visual image in your head into the specific text an AI actually needs to hear to generate it accurately. Shifting gears a bit, let's look at Section 5, Personalized Research. We are transforming documents into custom study guides. Now, you might already be familiar with NotebookLM, which is fantastic. You drop in your research documents, and it creates stunning slide decks and even those super popular two-host audio overviews. But I really want to compare that with another tool called Learn Your Way. This one is uniquely powerful because it actually tailors the learning experience to a very specific persona. You could upload a dense textbook on human evolution and tell Learn Your Way that the learner is a middle schooler who likes photography. It'll instantly rewrite the concepts, generate relevant images, and create interactive quizzes perfectly pitched to that exact learner profile. It literally transforms static text into a dynamic, highly personalized study guide. As we reach the final part of our workshop, we have to talk about reality. Section 6, Mobile and Offline AI. Think of this as your airplane backup. So the crucial point here is understanding what a local model actually means. A tool like Google AI Edge Gallery allows you to download a local AI model directly onto your smartphone. Because it lives entirely on your device's hardware, it runs completely offline. You could literally be at 30,000 feet on an airplane with zero Wi-Fi, and you can still query the AI, ask it questions, or have it analyze images. And because absolutely nothing is being sent to a cloud server, it guarantees total privacy. Taking that offline capability a step further is a free app called Google AI Edge Log. This is a private offline mobile dictation tool. Think about when you're walking between meetings or driving, and you have a brilliant idea but zero time to type it out. You can just speak right into a log. It listens, transcribes everything accurately, completely offline, and even has a toggle to enhance and clean up your speech, fixing your grammar on the fly. It is the perfect way to capture your thoughts without being chained to a desk. Well, we have covered a ton of ground today, from automating your inbox and generating entire marketing campaigns to precise image editing and private offline dictation. These tools aren't just novelties anymore. They are your new daily assistants. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If you could hand off your single most tedious, time-consuming daily task to a custom AI assistant right now, today, what would you reclaim your time to do? The tools are out there waiting for you. Go get started automating your day. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.